stand for the pledge of allegiance. Flag over here. I pledge allegiance to the flag
in the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Foxton. Here. Oh, here. Mr. Moore. Here. Public comment, agenda items. Bill Paul.
Good evening. I just had one quick question. You have an agenda item on your new business on Bill Pollock Road. The proposed budget. Are you going to present a proposed budget to us tonight that we're going to be able to review?
It'll be advertised in paper tomorrow on the website.
When will we be able to see that? Tomorrow morning.
It goes into the.
Well, no, it'll be.
The ad will be in the paper.
The ad, right, but when will we be able to see the actual budget that has the revenue, expenses?
Tomorrow.
It's going to be in the paper.
That will be in the paper. You'll be on the website.
You'll be able to get
It'll be on the website?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so,
copies here if you like to get copies.
okay, but we'll be able to see it on the website and download it? Okay, good, that was my question.
It'll be on the website tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
For 20 days, until December 11th, I think.
Can you
Next
talk
meeting.
a little louder because we can't hear you back here?
I said the next meeting, I think it's December 13th. What is the next?
11.
December 11th, it'll be advertised for option. It'll be available as of tomorrow morning.
Okay, we can go to the Somerset website tomorrow morning, we can download and see the full budget.
Yes.
Proposed, okay, thank you.
Meetings of the October 9th, 2024 meeting. I
Make
need
a motion to approve the October 9th, 2024 meeting.
second.
all in favor? Yes.
Yes.
Number 2, approval of checks, warrants, and transfers as listed and any other necessary transfers. I need to make a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Yes.
Yes.
Number 3, new business. A, proposed pension budget. I need to make a motion.
Make the motion for the 2025 proposed budget, pension budget.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Yes.
B, 2025 proposed budget authorized to advertise. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion to advertise 2000 proposed budget.
I second it.
All in favor?
Yes.
C, motion to ratify advertisement that certifies public accountant who will be appointed to an audit the 2024 accounts of the township. I need a motion.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes. D, country Christmas, a $2,000 expenditure for the face painting, the picture taking, and some other expenses that happens at the country Christmas. I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve $2,000.
I second it.
All in favor? Yes. 4, reports, supervisors. Jim? Mark?
No, I don't have any.
Secretary.
I worked on the budget for quite a while, so I do not have a treasurer's report. The fee for the firemen, the volunteer firemen, as well as the contract. Those are listed on the bill list, and also the CPR class that we held last week, very successful. Probably going to be another
The road department?
Yeah, we, cutting trees, boom mowing, this last week.
Doing some ditch work also.
Mark, if you can expand on the fire protection, I know you guys met with the 5 fire departments, if you can explain to the residents how it's gonna work now with our fire departments.
The meeting that we had with the fire departments, the way it's going to work, before they used to all be going all over the township. And now they, if there's a fire or an accident, they're all going. But if it's something like trees down, wires down, we coordinated it off into different zones. And so there'll be like, two fire companies going to like each one. So like if it was somewhere like, on this end, it would be like Bentleyville and Ellsworth going to it or whatever. Or down here, they have different zones of, who's going to cover, non-life threatening, emergencies.
They have a new system too, it's gonna take place in another year. The county approved it, the Motorola.
Yeah.
To cover any dead spots. They had dead spots in the county where they could not get coverage. So that should be. Somerset, I don't think there was any, but in other townships there were. So that new system.
Okay, public comment, non-agenda items. We have Bill Pollock.
Yes, thanks, Joe. Yes, I wanted to comment on the information that was provided in the mailer that was sent out to residents before the election, specifically the comment that said audits have been verified to township's well-being. And I'd like to clarify that statement because the only audit, official audit that I'm aware of is the liquid fuels audit that was conducted for January 1, 2020 to December 31st, 2021. This audit was delivered in January 2023. This is the only official audit that I am aware of. In the comments here, this liquid fuels amount is only about 10% of the amount of money we spent in 2023, about $250,000 out of a total expenditure of about $2,400,000. The audit and the specific findings in this audit found several deficiencies, which amounted to about $100,000. That was over 2 years, and it was about a $500,000 total amount. So that was about 20%. And the audit specifically named that these would not be verified until the next audit. And I personally spoke with the people that were involved in this, and they said there is another liquid fuels audit scheduled for the latter part of this year. It's supposed to be kicked off, another liquid fuels audit that's supposed to be kicked off here in late November, early December, with the objective to be finished in January of 2025. And so that is, my first part of the question is, this audit is only 10% of the revenue. I'm not aware of any other audit that looked at the entire township financials. Is there something we're missing?
All the audits are filed.
The financials are not audits, Jim. The financials, it's not a signed audit. This is an audit.
The audits are filed with the reports and the all the years, and the 24 audit will start next year.
Well, no, this is the only detailed audit. The others are financial reports. They're not signed audits. The auditor does not sign those and say that under penalty, this is true.
Those are all formal audits that are required by the law.
Okay.
They're all filed, they're all on file with DCD.
So in answer to my question, there are no other audits other than the annual. Okay, good. Then I'll continue. In 2020, the organizational meeting specified that a surety bond of $750,000 was required for the new Secretary Treasurer. At the same time, it was, and that's the same as it was with the previous Secretary Treasurer. There's no record of a surety.
The 2 minutes are nearing.
There's no record that this surety bond was ever taken out after multiple right-to-know requests, and previous surety bond agent noted that the previous surety bond was canceled on February 5th, 2020. We also received a copy of a new surety bond certificate on February 20th, 2024 for $100,000 in response to other right-to-know requests. But no other surety bond information has been provided. Nottingham and North Bethlehem have $500,000 surety bonds, which with much less cash balances. The PA liquid fuels agent noted that we needed $300,000 surety bond for the liquid fuels area alone. Where is the record of the surety bond that is required by PA codes for the period February 5th, 2020 and through February 20th, 2024? It appears there's no surety bond in place for over 4 years of annual township financial reports, and the financial reports were filed late. The 2021 financial report was not filed in 2024.
Okay, Bill. Your time's up. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Roger Rainey.
I just wanted to follow up on a budget question that I had asked at an earlier township meeting. You probably all received this township newsletter just prior to the election, and you probably noticed this financial facts section in the newsletter. And I just wanted to draw your attention to one financial fact that they left out. And that is that the township budgets have been grossly exceeded every year of this administration. For example, last year in 2023, they were exceeded by 77%. Not only that, is the 2024 budget was not made public to 20 days prior to the end of the year, as is required by PA State Code. And in addition to that, we had to make multiple right-to-know requests just to get the budget, which was not available to you folks 20 days before the end of the year. And we didn't receive the budget until after the supervisors had already approved it. So the question is, this year's budget is 1.149. Where do we stand in expenditures against that budget today?
Julie's getting those numbers together, and for your information, Mark has the ad that was in the paper. Budget notice for 20 days.
It was advertised November 17th of 23 and adopted December 13th of 23. It's 26 days it was in there.
We never saw it. It came to me in a right to know on February 27th,
It was in the paper.
2024, under multiple right to know.
It's in the paper, Bill. It was in the paper.
It's in the Observer Reporter last year.
The Observer gave a notice. It didn't give us the budget. We're supposed to see the budget before it's even passed. We never saw the budget. We didn't get it until the 27th of February, 2024, and we didn't get the previous year budgets either. Those were all the numbers. You talk about the budget, you have to show us the numbers.
Yeah. So what are the expenditures year to date?
Julie's working on it. She gave us some of the information tonight. It's not complete.
How can it not be complete? You have two full-time.
Look, Mr. Rainey, I've been working with her to get that information. I know you need it. I know you should have it. I've been working with you.
That's not
Gary Beaver?
Robert, you got it right. I have a problem. Remember, everybody needs a little fiber in their life.
Okay, so to discuss basically what they are questioning, we've had questions all along. I am going to present to you tonight a petition with 58 signatures, 25 required, to actually authorize a forensic audit of the last 4 years for this township so that we can actually take a look with an independent forensic auditor and get this stuff straight so this confusion doesn't continue. Whether it's 70% over budget, whether we have to fight to get information, whether we don't know what's actually being spent. It's October. Now it's November. And we should have known by now what we're spending money on. So I'm going to present this petition to you, signed by 58 people. Under Pennsylvania State Code, it is an official request for a forensic audit for the years 2020 through 2024. Under 2 minutes.
Thank you, Thank you, dear.
Greg Burdick?
Greg Spurdick, 90 Chippewa Road. First comment, why only 2 minutes? I mean, if the residents of the township have some concerns, you should be willing to listen rather than shut them up. You have people in the audience saying your 2 minutes is up. As elected officials, you work for us, and you're telling us we don't want any of your feedback. We're going to do whatever we want. Well, that might work in Soviet Union and other totalitarian states, but in a democracy, and where you're elected to represent us, you need to hear our voices. If somebody has something to say, you should let them say it. It just goes along with transparency, and it tells us there's nothing to hide. I mean, you shut people up that's saying, hey, we got stuff to hide here. My first question was, the person now who works on the budget, I guess Julie answered that, she's the only one that works on it?
Get input from all the supervisors on the budget.
Input, I mean, works on it, actually physically works on
Well,
it.
they couldn't meet unless they had advertised a workshop meeting. Numbers were, the supervisor asked about the budget, and they had input.
Myself and Julie and Mr. Laker have been working on it with input from Joe and Jim.
Couldn't meet in any secret meetings, so they didn't meet. Really got information input from all 3 supervisors.
Okay, and what forms and worksheets and what expenses are available for the public input? Are any at any time?
Budget will be advertised tomorrow, and it'll be online.
It'll come out tomorrow.
I mean, when you have these workshops, are the public able to come in and help?
What they've got to do is take comments, put them in writing, and give them to the supervisors before the next meeting.
That mean my eggs are done? I have just one more thing. What are the qualifications for serving on a planning, rec board, and zoning hearing board, planning commission? Do they need to be residents of the township? And what previous experience do you need to have? Is it a municipal government, or you just
For planning, zoning, and
rec board?
zoning, you have to be a registered elector. Resident of the township. 1 year, I think.
That's the only requirement. Well, I'd reapply, but after like more than 25 years, it's obvious that what's happening here, you're trying to eliminate people that question you. And I guess that means we're not invited to the Christmas party, but that's okay. You can have somebody take my seat, somebody that actually needs a meal rather than schmoozing all the other people that are associated with the township. Thank you.
Joan Pollock.
I'd like to address Mr. Leiker on a statement that you made last October, or this past October 9th. You said, my husband comes to the meetings, all the meetings, and doesn't tell the truth. We heard you. We heard you. I want to know what the truths are that he isn't telling. Because you don't have an answer to us? That goes to prove something, guys. I should not kill people. I said 2 minutes.
Artie Navrat.
I'm going to talk about this. Stay off the line from this. I'm Martin Amber. I live on Atlantic Road. I had a couple questions. Are you guys going to consider putting snow fence up this year again? I know we've had a couple really mild winters, and I'm requesting if they're going to put up snow fence this year. I know we've had some mild winters the last 2 or 3 years, and we probably haven't had much snow. But where I live on Atlantic Road, and also on Lusk Road, even if you get a mild snow, I had 2 feet of snow on the road, the main road. And there's several older people on the road, including myself. And it could pose, I guess, a danger if someone got hurt or an ambulance had to come in.
I'm willing to put it up.
Well, I'm just posing that to the board. The other question I had, I don't know if it's for the township or for the zoning board. Have you ever thought about any kind of zone regulation or an ordinance about anybody that wants to put a solar farm in or windmills on their property?
We have it in our new ordinance.
Because I think those take up about 25 to 30 acres minimum. And I don't know if you've been watching the news in Fayette County. They've had a lot of those put up in people's backyards, and it's really caused a lot of stir with people having one of those solar farms in their backyard. I don't know if you're considering it or the zoning board has to do that or not.
In there. It's in our new.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Artie. Any other questions?
I have one, Chris
Okay.
Vander. Can I just, the referendum passed, as I understand it, to expand this to 5. When might that take effect?
The primary next May, general election next November.
And the 2 additional supervisors, are they going to be active supervisors such as yourselves, or is that to be decided? It's unknown.
Speculating that, Chris.
They could be non-working or they could be working.
But they'll get a paycheck of some sort.
Yeah.
You get paid, a supervisor gets paid $dollars a year.
For a meeting stipend.
What, how much?
1875.
They put the owner.
And just a very general question, not to put you guys on the spot. Do you gentlemen need help in your jobs to meet 2 more people?
No.
Or township growing at an expansive rate that I haven't seen and maybe well aware of?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, adjourn the meeting at 6:24. I need to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second. All in favor? Yes.